Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Archer's Garage and Whatnot. Today we are back in the garage, but it's not my garage. It is my buddy Paul's garage, and we are back working on his Camaro, or as I like to say, the slow Maro. Remember last time we pulled the engine out, he had a little bit of a rod knock. We got the engine out, he pulled it apart, found out that he had a spun rod bearing, and rather than just replace that, because prices just made sense to put a stroker kit in there. And while he was waiting on stroker kit, he bought long tube lube headers. He bought all kinds of fancy goodies. So we're putting a 6.8 stroker kit. Let's see, Texas Speed cam, all kinds of good stuff in here. So anyhow, we're going to get started. I've only got a limited amount of time today. I had to drop the kids off at school. I've got to pick them back up. I'm in Daytona. I live west of Orlando, so we got a little bit of time. We're getting everything together. So not going to do a whole lot of talking today, but we'll get it going. So let me show you what we've got. So here is what Paul has put together. That is not Ford blue, by the way. That's GM blue, but I'm going to give him a hard time anyway because it looks Ford. It'll probably be the only thing keeping it together. And there's the old engine bay. There's the old crankshaft down there. Here's the old bearings. If you look, that's not the spun one, but it's still not pretty. He ran it low on oil one day, and this is what happened with that. So we're getting all our parts and pieces together, and we're going to go ahead and sling this thing in. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Ready to go down with it?
Yep, let's give it a try. Okay, hang on. This ain't gonna work. Take it back.
What do you
Get
get?
the front boys hitting the fan. Let's take the fan out of here.
Yeah. We kind of talked about that when we came out with it.
Yeah, I thought the flywheel
Clutch
off,
off,
the
yeah.
bastard, but
Hell,
this isn't set all the way, so it's hanging out an extra inch.
getting that clutch off probably gave us an inch, but yeah, you're right. Did you get it with the motor hanging there, or you need to slide it out of the way?
I think I can get it with that motor right there.
Hang on a minute.
Can't grab the socket I asked you for, but you can.
Tell
me what size it
you need.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at here is when we pulled the motor out, we had the clutch and pressure plate, everything's still on it, and it was a tight fit. And going back in, we figured we'd leave the clutch off and put it on once we got in there, but we don't have the harmonic balancer all the way on, so it's giving us a hard time against the fans. So we're going to go ahead and pull the fans out, get them out of the way. Like that. All right, take two. Ready? Go down about 10 inches and I'm going to look at mine. We got a lot more room in front now.
Oh,
I'm okay until we get down to the transmission lines over here.
yeah.
Can you see where it goes into the K member?
Yeah, it's gotta come back.
All right. The engine is set in. Now we're going to raise the car up, do everything we need to do on the bottom. Apparently my phone ran out of storage space, so I don't know how much got cut off yet, but there it is. Maybe Paul's foul mouth got cut off. But that's what happens when you're a mechanic. He was just cursing out some engineers, although he is an engineer.
Electrical, thank you very much.
Oh, he's an electrical, excuse me. Still an engineer. So anyhow, let's get the car up in the air and keep going. Look at that. Doggone. Those things are pretty. This car's going to be nice. It's going to sound really good. Let's see how well it fit up in there. Well, not yet. May have to roll the motor forward. Ooh-wee.
Is that gonna be a motherfucker to put in?
Well, it's going to be tight. Looks like either the steering shaft is in the way or the motor's leaning too far back. That's about it.
Well, the motor's definitely leaning.
Yeah, it's definitely. You see it leaning on the cross member. So, one way or another, we're going to get it in there. All right. Let's see. So we got to throw the clutch in. Because last time when we took it out with the clutch on, and it was a bear. Because it sticks out from behind the engine a good 1.5 inches or so. So if you look, the flywheel is that thick. Then you put the clutch on the back of that, makes it even more thick. So we put it in without that just to help out. All right, so end of the day. I've got to go pick up the kids. Engine's in, transmission's in. Paul's going to stay here and get this beast running. Now we're fighting all the little stuff that takes forever in a day. So there we go. All right, guys, next time you see this car, it's going to be loud and thumpy. So see you next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.